Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to review the Raihan vs. Leon episode, as well as it being the debut of Sonia, as well as Ash capturing a Galarian form, his first regional variant, that in Farfetch'd, which, in my opinion, was like the biggest shocker of this episode, how that resolved. Why Farfetch'd? Like, interesting. I mean, I know it fits Ash, but like, that's kind of weird. I mean, okay, Galar Farfetch'd. I mean, Go has the normal Farfetch'd. I thought Go was going to end up getting the Galar form, and then Ash was going to get the Sobble in the next episode. But things have been hinting more and more at Go getting that Sobble, especially now that Ash had caught this Galar Farfetch'd in this episode. So, I mean, obviously, having two back-to-back capture episodes kind of seems a little off. So, I'm guessing that Go is gonna be capturing Sobble in the next episode. But if that doesn't happen and Ash ends up getting him, I'm sure people be pleased, I guess. Even though I don't really like Sobble anymore, just because I don't like its evolution line. But that's just my personal opinion. But Riolu, of course, had its first victory, I believe, fending off that Farfetch'd, able to defeat it and show off that it, that it knows some more moves. Show that it was getting stronger, and that's awesome to see. So we get some development for Riolu in this episode as well. But Ash capturing that Farfetch'd, what do you guys think about that? Post in the comment section below. Is it his first Galar form Pokemon or Galar in general Pokemon that you would consider him getting, I guess? Or would still kind of be Kanto-ish, because I mean, it is based off a Kanto Pokemon. Of course, I was kind of wondering why Go was showing off his Farfetch'd in this episode, why he had him out practicing, I guess, how to throw or bat a Pokeball, I guess, and being shown throughout this episode, and even fighting that Farfetch'd, but end up losing. I thought Go was going to end up catching it, but nope, I guess not. Go has to work on his battling skills, of course. But, so it was nice to see that little confrontation between the two, even though it was only very, very minimal. But then, of course, Riolu took the stage and ended up getting his shine. But, of course, the other big part of this episode was the Raihan versus Leon, which we all knew that Leon was going to win in the end, but it seems to be the trend where Leon is getting his butt kicked when they're normal forms. So, like, Lance was doing pretty well against Leon when it was just, like, their normal forms. They weren't Dynamax. But, like, right when Raihan switched to Dynamax, he got destroyed. Okay, so, and the same thing happened to Lance, I believe. Same thing happened there. So, like, why are you Dynamaxing? Like, I think that's freaking Leon's ace in the hole, is just the Dynamax, because he knows a lot more about that. But it looked like Raihan could have won. He was definitely having the upper hand in this battle, just like Lance did, up until the point where they Dynamaxed. So that seems to be the trend so far, is that, Leon's not really that great when it comes to normal Pokemon battling, but Dynamax is where he's king, I guess. But overall, nice little battle. It was a really intense battle, of course. Raihan ended up losing, but Raihan was originally in the top 8. Lance being the, I think, former finalist or whatever against Leon. So Raihan wasn't as strong as Lance, but oh well. Raihan still has that mission, just like in the games, of wanting to beat Leon eventually and be the one to eventually defeat him. I loved that Ash, just shouted out in the stands, no, I'm gonna be the one to beat him. And then goes all, embarrassed about it, and, he's like, sit down, what are you doing, Ash, But, of course, Leon hears it, of course, smiles and waves at him back. It was a nice little moment to see Leon still remember Ash, of course. So it looks like that rivalry is going to still be pretty lit throughout the season. It's nice to see Leon, besides his just debut episode, that we're seeing him constantly throughout the series. Maybe we'll see him fight some other top 8 trainer later on. Maybe he fights Cynthia or something. Maybe he fights Giovanni. I don't know who else could be in that top 8, okay? But seeing Ash watch those other top 8 trainers fight him, I believe Ash could end up learning stuff from that. I know someone pointed out that the Iron Defense that Raihan was using against Leon is probably going to be something that Ash is going to end up using against him. So maybe like Iron Tail or whatever, because I was able to deflect Charizard's Dragon Claw, I believe. So I would think Ash is going to end up learning from all of these battles that he's watching. And he's going to end up putting it together and end up using the best of what every other trainer used against him, and that's how he ends up beating Leon and becoming the greatest trainer ever at the end of the series. Honestly, I don't think Ash is going to lose. I think Ash is actually going to beat Leon at the very end of the season, mainly because, like, if he doesn't, he's going to have to do it again. You know, he's going to have to do it again the next series, because if he wants to be the Pokemon Master, be the best ever, he has to beat Leon. Because Leon right now, if Leon's the greatest trainer in the world, Ash needs to beat him in order to be the greatest trainer in the world, obviously. So that's definitely going to be his path in the next series. So it's going to be a constant thing. So honestly, I believe that Ash is going to end up beating Leon. He's just going to end up learning, you know, the best of what Lance did, the best of what Raihan did, and it's going to be like this accumulation of all these battles that he's watched, as well as how he's trained naturally himself. After all, Ash is the Alolan champion, so he's pretty capable of fighting pretty well against any opponent, in my opinion. Especially if he gets Ash Greninja back, so that might be another hint at him not getting Sobble if he brings back a water type, that being Ash Greninja. Of course, he might also be getting Mega Lucario eventually, or maybe like an Ash version of that Lucario. We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, finally, we have Sonia in her debut, right? She's absolutely just cute, much like her game counterpart, where she's fully into that whole researchness and like past of Galar and the heroes and the Sword and Shield and blah blah blah, the Darkest Day. Of course, very much like her game counterpart, where she's standing right next to the statue when Ash and Go first met her, and she talked about it, how Dynamax first occurred or whatever. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for now. I mean, Sonia, is she gonna appear much in later down this series? I believe so. I mean, after all, she was in it for at least a little bit. We even saw like Eternatus, right, for a split second. That first episode they visited Galar. So I do think the Darkest Day will probably appear at some point in the series. But you guys can post it in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings, any team predictions for Ash and Go, any sort of just story predictions. After all, we do have Sonia now coming to the picture, for mentioning the Darkest Day and the Dynamaxing, and having Raihan be a lot like his game self, wanting to beat Leon, that rivalry going on. And Leon, of course, coming back, and Ash watching him yet again in another battle. So Leon being a returning character as well, and even remembering Ash. And of course, Ash training his Pokemon, catching new ones. A lot of good stuff happened in this episode, and honestly, I give it a good 9 out of 10. This episode was a good 9 out of 10. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one, and peace off. Thank you very much.